What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are here, as you might be able to tell, to open some Battlebond. We have 4 packs for myself and 4 packs for Amy. I'm going to open mine first since I'm sitting here. So these are Amy's. As I said, I'm going to pass these back to her so I can crack into mine. Amy and I were able to play in 5 different Battlebond events at our FLGS, our friendly local game store. Hopefully you guys did too. Battlebond was a really sweet set, and so as you can see, we got some prize packs to open. So let's see how we open, literally and figuratively, because these packs are terrible for opening. If you didn't get a chance to play Battlebond, one, I recommend it because it was fun. Find a partner, a friend, etc. Oh, that's right. We have to open these backwards because everything is at the front. The packs are in reverse. So let's try it this way. It's going to be a little awkward. So we start with Expedite. This is going to make this so much longer. Apologies. Tyrant's Machine. Tapper Mechanic. Negate, good old classic counterspell. We have an Elvish Visionary. I feel like almost everybody that we played, one of the partners had an Elvish Visionary because the card is great. It's a low drop and it lets you draw a card. Ember Beast. Borderland Minotaur, another good early drop creature that can get in for some damage early if your opponents are dirtling around a bit. Expedition Raptor, it's a good flyer. It's a good support creature. Worked out well for us a couple of times. Grotesque Mutation, speaking of something that worked out well for us, it can give your creature +3/+1 in lifelink to either kill a blocker or just gain some life for your team. Life gain worked out quite nicely for many, many people. We have an Assassinate, destroying a tapped creature. Removal's good. Removal's very, very good. We have a Plated Crusher, so removal being good doesn't really work on this guy, but, you know, getting in damage, like if you put Unstable Mutation on a 3-powered thing and this is blocking it or vice versa, yeah, this card's great, though. It is triple green, so a little tougher, but still. We have our second uncommon is Oreskos Explorer. So this is cool. We didn't actually see any of these played against us. They were played at the pre-release that Loading Ready Run did, but not us. And a Savage Ventmaw. Big flying scary dragons are big flying scary dragons. They're good. They're very, very good. And the rare or mythic is a Noose Graph Mob. Okay, I actually didn't see much of this. I don't know that I knew that this was in the set. But hey, it's a zombie with +1/+1 counters. There are cards that care about +1/+1 counters. That is relevant. And I know what our token is, so I can show you that our token is the Black Zombie. A lot of things make the 2/2 Black Zombie, but the Noosegraph Mob is one of them. We also have... Well, we have 2 more cards here. Ooh, we have a foil uncommon in Hunted Wumpus. I used to play with this card in its original printing back when I was in high school. Dating myself a bit. But yeah, it's a Hunted Wumpus in foil. The teeth look so cool, and the foliage around its feet, really, really awesome. And it's a foil uncommon, not bad. And behind it, we have a mountain as our basic land. Interesting. On to the next pack. Nothing crazy in there. I mean, value would be nice, right? Like I said, we did pretty well. We've opened amazingly so far. So if we get nothing out of here, fine, I guess. If you follow us on Twitter, you'll have seen some of the things that we opened and some of the directions that we went. But let's see what we get here. We have another Tyrant's Machine. A Battle Rampart. Walls were pretty good. Turns out this and the 04 flying or reach wall was good. A Primal Hunt Beast, another hexproof creature, just a little bit smaller than the Plated Crusher. A Coral Helm Guide. Once your opponents got up really high on mana, or once our opponents got up really high on mana, this card was pretty scary because it could just make one of their big, huge, partnery, scary creatures unable to be blocked, and then it could just kill us. So we ended up having to kill this thing more times than I can count. Thunderstrike, good old Thor with his hammer. I guess, arguably. We have an Urborg Drake, not a bad card. This didn't really pull us into this 2-color combination, although some of the other gold cards definitely did. It would help kind of dictate which direction the decks were going to go in, because if we laid out, 4 colors that we were going to be in, we then just had to split up what 2 colors were going to be in each deck. And the gold cards kind of drew us in that direction if there were good color combinations. Spoilers, it was usually red-black. But
no one would have guessed.
Between Augur Sprees and the Azra something or other, the thing that lets you loot on a creature dealing combat damage, or draw 2 cards or something off of that. Those cards were great, and that pulled us in a direction. This one, not so much. It's a fine card, but it's not amazing. Painful Lesson was used quite often.
Yes.
And if the games go long and they don't go fully to time and your opponents are drawing a ton of cards, you keeping one of these around to make them draw the last 2 cards and possibly lose is not a terrible strategy either. Or the last 2 life, and then they lose that way as well. We have a Liturgy of Blood, again, removal, and you get to add 3 black mana. We never got to use this really, but we had some opponents use it on us to good success for them. We have a Dwarven Lightsmith, and it has assist, which is why it's as good as it is, because otherwise it wouldn't really be that amazing. But I think the fact that it can pump your team, literally, for what could be 1 mana to you if your opponent isn't doing anything, or your teammate, excuse me, isn't doing anything and can help you with up to 5 mana, it's not bad at all. Pacifism, amazing removal spell. Using this on partners is great. There are a lot of big scary creatures that Pacifism just completely shuts down.
Yeah, we did a lot with that card, I remember.
Yes. I was talking about that Azra card that I couldn't remember its name. It's Azra Oddsmaker. This uncommon right here is one of the ones that I'm talking about. This card was great. This card works really, really well. Just the fact that you can discard a land to target a creature that can't be blocked, either with like a Coral Helm Guide or because it has flying and they don't have any flying blockers or something like that. That's the kind of thing that this card is insane for that. And then you just get to draw 2 cards. Amazing. We have a Solemn Offering. Destroying an artifact or enchantment, not nothing in this format. Although I think Return to the Earth is better, because if they don't have an artifact or an enchantment, you could end up getting a flyer. So Return to the Earth is better, although obviously in green versus this card in white. And a Beast Within, more removal, destroying an entire permanent. This is great. They get a 3/3 beast, so there are instances where you might want to use this on yourself if you need a creature. But most often you're going to use it on your opponent, maybe if they're splashing. It does say destroy target permanent, so you could choose one of their lands, etc. And our rare or mythic is... Ooh, nice. A Sea of Clouds. It is the blue-white dual land. We didn't get any of these ourselves. We got 2 of the green-white one, I believe, over the course of the many events that we did, but no others. So this is nice. Playing these in Battlebond or in the 2-headed giant format in general feels so good because it's just a dual land. It's just a dual land that gets printed because of its effect. If you have 2 or more opponents, it comes into play untapped, and it's just a dual land. It's just, sure, it doesn't count as a plains or an island, so you can't necessarily go searching for them, but still, it feels really good to play this card out in Battlebond, I have to say. Our land, speaking of land, is this forest. Very nice. And our token, I saw it already, is the emblem for Rowan, which is really awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, very, very nice. Maybe we can get Rowan soon. I have 2 more packs left, and then Amy will come in with her 2 packs. We have Leyweaver and Loreweaver here, the partner pair.
I have 4 packs.
What did I say?
2.
Did I really? Yes, Amy has 4 packs. Sorry, I have 2 packs. Amy has 4. And if I could ever open this one, we can get started. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, these, if you have not, seriously, if you haven't opened a pack of Battlebond, just open one. Just buy one just to open it. It's real weird. Okay. We have a Lightning Talons. We have a Night Market Guard. There are not many good artifacts in this set that I have seen. Another Primal Hunt Beast. A Soaring Show-Off. Originally looking at this card, I was like, everybody gets to draw a card? That seems terrible. It felt real good when our opponents played one on us until we then didn't have any flyers to back it up to stop it from killing us. So yeah, we ended up, after a while, we ended up putting these in our decks also because they're just that good. Sky Shroud Claim. We saw some people use this to good effect. If you have things like a Plated Crusher in your deck, this card's really good. We have a Pathmaker Initiate. Once again, I mean, this is, power 2 or less. Can't be blocked, but still making something unblockable, especially if you use this on Virtus. If you're aware of what Virtus is, this card just becomes insane when you have Virtus. So yeah, this could be a problem. Another Liturgy of Blood. We saw that earlier. A Water Courser. Not one that we got to play, but we saw it used quite a bit. It's a great card. We have a Rebuke. This is a card that we played quite often because, again, there are big, scary creatures out there. And if we can destroy them as they're attacking us before it deals us damage, it's super helpful. So Rebuke is a great card. Fill with Fright. Didn't see this too often either. The Scry 2 might make it worth it, but yeah, we didn't really see it too much. Discarding 2 cards is fine, but for 4 mana at sorcery speed, it's a little underpowered for what you kind of want to be doing. We have The Crowd Goes Wild as our first uncommon in this pack. It does have Assist. You can give a bunch of +1/+1, or I'm sorry, you can give a bunch of creatures +1/+1, and each creature with a +1/+1 counter on it gains trample until end of turn in that turn. So this is an example of something that I noticed a lot in this format. There were so many just wipes. I mean, not necessarily board wipes, but just the fact that a card could get played down and the game will immediately end because of it. And this is definitely one of them, because your opponents will think that they have an amazing board position, or you'll think you'll have an amazing board position. And then they'll play a card like this with all of their mana from the entire team. Everybody on their team, all their creatures, get a +1/+1 counter and gain trample, and then you just do the math and you realize that you just lose. And there are plenty of cards like this. Inner Demon comes to mind as another one, which is a board wipe, essentially, depending on what you have on the field. And so, regardless, you always have to keep your eye out for that one card that's going to change the game, and this is one of them, definitely. We have... wow, look at that. I just talked about it. Here's Inner Demon. This pack in sealed would have been insane. You just have The Crowd Goes Wild and an Inner Demon in the same pack. Yeah, this card is nuts. The fact that you get to wipe the entire field on your, -2/-2 to basically everything on your opponent's side, plus this creature gets +2/+2 and flying, so it gains evasion on top of it. Card is insane. Insane. It can end games immediately. A Loyal Pegasus, not bad. Early drop, can't attack or block alone, but on turn 2 or 3, you can get this thing in for some damage, which is nice, and it's a flyer. And our rare or mythic is the one that I said that we already had 2 of. The Bountiful Promenade. That's fine. I mean, it's 2 lands, right? They're good. But yeah, we already have 2 of these, and we didn't have any of the others except for a Sea of Clouds, which we just opened. So here's the Bountiful Promenade. Behind Bountiful Promenade, our basic land is a Plains, and we have another zombie token. I, like I said, have 1 more pack. Amy has 4. We have the Planeswalkers on the front of this one. Let's see what we can get in there. Once again, I mean, the lands are cool, right? I'm not going to complain about the lands. Nothing insanely valuable yet, but again, the lands. So, it's cool. All right, we have another Tyrant's Machine. That's 3, at least, out of the 4 packs. Dagger Drone Imp. Once again, lifelink was super helpful, and it's a flyer, which is a good thing. We have another Coral Helm Guide. You guys saw that before. We have a Daggerback Basilisk. Death Touch, super important. Once again, big scary creatures is a thing. If the fact that this guy could hold back a Plated Crusher is a big deal. We have a Bathe in Dragonfire. Removal is removal is removal, and this is definitely a good one. We have a Rapin' Flames, so Coralhelm Guy dies to this. Virtus the Veiled dies to this. There are a lot of... if you're not the player that they targeted, True Name Nemesis dies to this. So the fact that this card is in this set, it is super helpful. We used it many times to deal damage to kill things, but also to just make them unable to block. This is another example of something that could, if used correctly, end games. Because you can just make 3 things unable to block, or kill things and get in for those last few points of damage to win the game. We have a Midnight Guard. We have another Liturgy of Blood, a third one of those as well. Interesting. Another Water Courser. We have a Rushblade Commander. I did not actually see this in all the things that we opened, but it goes with the Warrior sub-theme. It's another Black-Red card, so why wouldn't you play oh man, why wouldn't you play Black-Red? Another reason to do it. But here, all of your Warriors that your team controls have haste. Sweet, sweet card. And then we have next a... Oh, nice! We get a team, or a partner pair. I don't know why I said team. We have a Chakram Slinger partnering with the Chakram Retriever, which we'll see in a second. But here is the Chakram Slinger, aka the Frisbee Thrower, and the Chakram Retriever, which is this cute blue dog. So we have the team of... Yeah, I could do this. The Slinger and the Retriever. Really, really cool. It's our first team, our partner team that we've opened so far in these pack openings. Obviously, like I said, we got some in the tournaments themselves. And our rare or mythic is Piers Whim. So this is an example of the rare cycle that is referencing one of the partner pairs, one of the rare partner pairs. And here is Piers Whim. It's super cute. It's Pier and Toothy hanging out, having a good time. Like I said, there's a whole cycle of them, but this is the green one in Piers Whim. Behind Piers Whim, we have... Oh, we do have a foil. It is a foil Morbid Curiosity. It's another foil uncommon. So that's 2 foil uncommons that we've opened so far. It's kind of a dark card because it's black, and I can't quite catch the light for the foiling pattern. There we go. There it is a bit. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's not bad. On the gold spots, it's pretty cool. On the rest of the card, like I said, it's a little dark. But it's another foil uncommon. Our basic land is a forest and a warrior token. Once again, warrior sub-theme is a thing. We will be back in just a second with Amy's opening. As promised, here are Amy's 4 packs. She will move them off to the side and pick one and crack into it. And I will zoom in and we'll see how much Amy struggles with the packs to see if she's better at it than I am. Because I'm not very good. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. I feel like they did this on purpose to try to see people struggle. So we're gonna try a different showing method here. That is too zoomed in, Joe. Come on now. Okay, we're gonna try that. We're gonna try a different method of showing off the cards here. Okay, we're going to start from the bottom and just hold them this way. So you're going to see this zombie a lot, basically. But the bottom card is the first common, which is the Bracada Club Security. This guy we didn't really want to go with very often, but it is a warrior, so we definitely considered it a couple times.
Yeah, the warrior aspect of this definitely happened a lot of times.
Yes.
I don't know how well it panned out necessarily, but it happened a lot of times.
Definitely. Definitely. We have a Yotian Soldier. It's a 1/4 Vigilance. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the artifacts in this set. Elvish Visionary, though, I am a big fan of.
That was a great card when we played this.
Very, very good. We always had it. If we had it, we always played it. Let's put it that way. We have a Totally Lost. We never played this, but I saw people playing it. put something on the top of their owner's library. It's pretty good.
I don't remember anybody playing it.
No. It's Fibblethip, though. He's cool. Earth Elemental. It's a reprint. It's a vanilla creature, aka it's not really good enough. Here's another artifact. So this one was one of the ones that was possible.
Yeah.
That and the lantern that you could make mana for your teammate or yourself. But this one, if you were late game, it would help you cater your draws so you could scry lands to the bottom on your upkeep if you had a ton of mana left over, like I said, towards the end of the game. So, and Augur Spree. What did I say about red-black being good? What did I say? Because there were multiple times where we had 2 of these, and then the Azra Oddsmaker or things like that, and we ended up putting them in the deck, and they were very, very good each and every time. Because, like I said, removal's good. Bloodborne Scoundrels. We played this many times as well. It's an assist card, and it drains for 2, and it's a 4/4. So cool. We have a Silverchase Fox. Not really much to say on that one. We have a Kitesail Corsair. That's cool.
I feel like we didn't play this one a lot ourselves, but I feel like we saw a lot of people play this one.
Yeah, it's a flyer when it attacks. Evasion's important. It does die to Rapid Flames, though, making that card that much better. Not that it needed it. Dragon Breath. Putting this on some of those big, scary creatures, mostly in green, is very good, especially if one deck has green and the other deck has the red, and then you can play a big, scary creature and then immediately give it haste with this, and then possibly have more red up to give it +1/+0 so that your opponents aren't expecting it. That worked out quite well for us. Juggernaut. Again, it's fine. It's a 4/4 that has to attack every turn. It's not amazing. It's an artifact. A Quest for the Gravelord. I did not think that this was as good as it turned out to be, because it turns out in big multiplayer formats like this, lots of creatures die. And so you get to put lots of counters on these things and go off with a 5/5 zombie very quickly.
I feel like I did not see this card played very often at all.
Yeah, I mean...
If at all.
Yeah, still, I think it worked out well for the people that ended up using it. Whoops. And we have a Regna's Sanction. So to go along with Pier's Whim, Regna is one of the partner pairs, or one of the members of the partner pairs. And so this is another of the rare cycle for one of those partner pairs. So here is Regna's Sanction at least.
And then you guys saw the planes at the bottom.
It's a planes, and then you saw the token already, but it's a zombie. Okay, pack 2 for Amy's packs.
Try to go a bit faster here for you guys. Maybe.
Yeah, and you say that as you have to open one.
Yep. I do.
There you go.
I do say that. I do have to open one.
All right. So there's the warrior token, but we have from the back a Call to Heal. That seems great. Return bouncing is important. And a very blue mechanic.
Plus, he's a cool guy.
Sure, he's a guy. There's another. Here's Pierce Strider. If you really want to make your opponent lose 3 life, this is your guy. But otherwise, it's an artifact in the set, and you know my opinions already. Here's Return to the Earth. Like I said, this one definitely a good include, especially since there's no sideboards in Two-Headed Giant. So it was important to have this, and it worked out super well for us when we did have it.
Nice one.
Spellweaver Duo assisting and bouncing again. So yeah, good card. Love the art. Love the colors.
Yeah.
A Magma Hellion. More assisting. Trample Haste 5/4 is great.
Yeah, this one was great for us.
Yes, worked out real well. It's very scary. It comes down and your opponents are like, and immediately have to deal with it. So.
Yeah.
Here's a Jungle Wayfinder. Effects like these, I was not a huge fan of. Letting your opponents go get land. I mean, when people played it against us, I felt like almost every time I was land screwed, so I loved the opportunity to use their cards to go search for my lands. So I don't really like playing it because it gives our opponents benefits. Another Dwarven Lightsmith. We saw that earlier. An Aurora Champion. So speaking of the warrior something, amazing card. Absolutely amazing card. It super messes up combat. So, yeah. It's great.
Yikes.
Oh, and it's a no, it's not a partner at all.
No.
I'm silly. Here's an unstable mutation, or a grotesque mutation, not unstable at all. Yeah, I'm messing up. We got this. Grotesque mutation, which we saw already. Next one. I'll get it. I'll get my feet under me on this one eventually. We have a Tandem Tactics. It's super flavorful for this set. You can target up to 2 creatures, but it didn't need to be in a 2-headed giant set for that. It's a fine card. We have a Veteran Explorer. Once again, what did I say about these effects? I'm not a fan. We have a Fumble. Very flavorful for the set is Fumble. And again, it's Bounce. Very blue. We have a Trumpet Blast. Another example of a card that is big and stompy and can end games. So there you go, Trumpet Blast. And
nice.
A True Name Nemesis. We always let Amy open cards later because she opens better than I do. And so you get to have the more exciting stuff towards the end. We open the Mythic True Name Nemesis. Too bad it's not in foil. But that would be pretty sweet. But here is True Name Nemesis. Like I said, if you're not the player that was targeted, it does die to Past in Flames, but otherwise it's a great, great card. So congrats, Amy.
Definitely.
And behind it, a foil? Nope, just a basic mountain. And you saw the warrior token already. So on to pack 3.
Hopefully this one will open.
Eh, not terrible. Not terrible.
You need to use magic to open the packs.
Wow. Nicely done. Behind the first card after the zombie token is a Stone Golem. It's a vanilla artifact. I don't really need to say much more. I've said it already. It's an artifact. Kraken Hatchling.
I love him.
Amy does love this guy.
He's
I mean,
cute.
come on. It's a meme to love Kraken Hatchling. It's an 04 for 1, right? So yeah, there you go. Great card. Fine card. Not a great card. Soaring Show Off again. We saw that earlier. Talked about it. A Charging Rhino. Didn't talk about this guy earlier, but this guy's sweet.
He looks cool.
Yeah, 5 mana, 4/4. You know, can't be blocked by more than 1. It's great.
Yeah,
Good times.
Very sweet.
Another Negate. We saw that earlier as well. Mm-hmm. We have a Stadium Vendors.
I loved this card.
Yes.
When we played. I had this card in my deck so often.
Yes. Especially because
really
Joe
worked out well.
Apparently in Battlebond, the rules were Joe was not allowed to draw land.
Right.
And so when Amy had Stadium Vendors in her deck, Joe was actually allowed to play Magic by getting some mana and playing out some cards that were actually helpful and allowed me to contribute in our games.
Yeah, we needed like some kind of a system because I was flooded.
And I was screwed.
You were droughted.
Yep, every time. Every single time. So yeah, Stadium Vendors, great, great card. Another Jungle Wayfinder, not a fan. Hand of Silmgar, though, big, big fan. Death Touch.
That was cool.
Death Touch, super important. Another Liturgy of Blood, very nice. I got 3. This is Amy's first. A Raptor Companion, again, dies to Past in Flames.
He's cute.
Or Wrap in Flames. Did I said Past in Flames earlier? Wrap in Flames is the card I was thinking.
No, you said Wrap in Flames before.
Oh, I think I said Past before as well. But here is a Gold Forged Sentinel.
I feel like I didn't see this one.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
It's an artifact, but that's
why I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's a 4/4 flyer,
them.
right? It's really good against the dragons that are in this set that are, not. No, actually, all the dragons in this set that I can think of, it's good. It's good against even the partner dragon. So yeah. Ooh, I like this one. The Vampire Charm Seeker, very, very cool. It's an assist. Very nice. And this one might pull you into blue-black, just as an example. Speaking of dragons, see? Look, 4 toughness. What did I say? Mm-hmm. So yeah, but this guy does deal 4 damage. So if the Gold Forge Sentinel is out first, not as good against this guy. And our rare is Together Forever. I was going to say I could make a terrible joke here, but I won't. But yeah, Together Forever. We actually had this card in one of our events, and it worked out super, super well for us.
Only one?
Yeah, only one, I think. But yeah, it worked out super well for us when we did have it. Again, enchantment destruction is not something that many people had in their main boards, and if they did, it most of the time just sat around and did nothing. But if you have really good enchantments like this, it's really good to play them. So, and Together Forever worked out very nicely.
Yeah.
Just a land in an island, and we saw it already, but the zombie token again. Amy has one more pack left, and while she is struggling to open it, I will remind you, or I will tell you, that we're going to be doing this next week as well. So when it pops up at the end of the video, feel free to subscribe. Nice. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. You'll find out when that video comes out, as well as other videos that Amy and I do every Thursday, which you should also totally check out. There's a warrior token. Besides the warrior token, there is a dragon hatchling. We'd never used this, but we had it used against us, and it was okay. I mean, we were able to kill it and take care of it, but yeah, threat of activation is real. Another stone golem, once again, vanilla artifact. A
lead by example.
Yes, lead by example, instant. Support 2 is great. Support
this
2
card was good for us.
Yes, we used it quite a bit, even if we want to use it to mess up combat math on your opponent's turn, or if they don't attack and you want to just use it at the end of their turn so that your creatures get bigger so you can attack in, this card's great. Really, really good. We have the Saltwater Stalwart. This guy was okay.
Not really.
Yeah.
We didn't really use him.
No, and I don't think many people that we played against did either.
Nope.
Saddleback Lagak, though.
People used him.
Including us.
He's great.
Support is very good. It's as long as the game has been around for been going on for a couple of turns, you will have 2 targets to support 2. That's just how it goes. Another Stadium Vendors. Still love them.
Yep.
Great card. Ooh, the Azra Blade Seeker. The Azra creatures were really cool. This one worked out pretty well also. Just giving you, again, the ability to discard away a land and get something better for it. And the fact that both of you could do that with this card, great. Great, great card.
This card I feel like maybe wasn't quite so great because I feel like... I feel like this one ended up in our pile of maybes, and then pretty frequently it ended up ousted.
Yeah.
When we had to cut the number of cards that we ended up with for our decks.
Yeah.
This was one of the ones that we usually ended up leaving out.
Yeah.
But it was one that made it to the pile in the first place.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. We have another Expedition Raptor. We saw that earlier. Another Assassinate. Still a great card.
Yeah.
Another Raptor Companion. Ooh, Unflinching Courage is so good. It's just, it gives it +2/+2 trample and lifelink for 3 mana, and it's an enchantment. Amazing. Put that on a hexproof creature immediately and thank me later. That's all I have to say. Primal Hunt Beast, Plated Crusher, whatever you got to do, get those things going. They're great. Amazing. I love Unflinching Courage a lot. We have a Peregrine Drake. Very, very awesome. 5 mana to play it, and then you can untap 5 lands. So, yeah, really good. Be aware that it says untap up to 5 lands. That can include your partner's lands. So if your partner needs more mana, so if your partner needs more mana, just tap out to play this thing, maybe untap 1 or 2 of yours and 3 of theirs or 4 of theirs, and let them play big, scary, stompy stuff. You can essentially double their mana production that turn.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, we got a partner pair.
Partner.
All right, so we got 2 sets of partners, 1 for each of our decks. Or our pack piles. That's so cool. We have Krav, the Unredeemed, which is, I love this guy. I love his art. I love him. He's amazing. The cards, the synergies with the warriors, and the life gain is fantastic. We got wrecked by this pair multiple times.
This was a tough pair to beat. It was.
Yes.
Because, you know what? Some of the pairs were like, okay, whatever. We've got something to combat that. But, I don't know. This one was a toughie.
Yeah. And it combines with Regna, the Redeemer. So the Redeemer and the Unredeemed teaming up. I love the fact that, I mean, it makes perfect sense, but I love the fact that if you open one rare partner, you will automatically get the second rare partner. So you can get 2 rares in a pack. Although if you get foils, I don't even know if it's possible, but I guess because when you get a foil partner, you would also get the other foil partner.
Yes.
So it's possible, I think it's possible to get 4 rares in a pack, because you could get 2 foil rare partners and 2 rare partners. I didn't see it. I definitely didn't see it. But yeah, I liked this partner pair quite a bit. I think it's really cool. Behind it, just a swamp and a warrior token. So out of everything that was opened, I think we're going to leave you guys looking at just one card. The partners were sweet, but there was a True Name Nemesis opened. So I want you guys to be able to look at that as we sign off. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sure Amy does as well.
Yes.
But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you thought of this video in the comments down below, as with any of our videos. Like I said, we will be back next week to open more, because we definitely have more prize packs to open. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you click on that subscribe button, like I said, when it pops up on the screen, you can subscribe to the channel. It helps us out quite a bit, and you will find out when all of these videos come out, including our videos on Thursdays, which you will probably see one of those on the screen as well, where we review the Magic stories. Right now we are in the M19 stories, and they are going super well so far. So come on over.
Guys, please check those videos out.
Join us. It helps out. Like I said, it helps us out a lot, but hopefully you enjoy yourselves as well, and we want to hear your feedback. So definitely let us know in the comments below. From Geek for All, this has been another product opening. I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, guys, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.